Welcome to Self Healing Matters BU Podcast.
You'll get to hear engaging scenes of interviews as well as practical tips and tricks that you can apply to your everyday life to become a productive person.
Let's jump into daily dose of overcoming procrastination. Hello, Kian here, and I am excited today's podcast, right? Because it really defined me and add to the mix to provide insights and improve self-esteem. I've asked Dana Lavis, Shelby Manalastas, Ataya Baoy, Jenica Batanya, and James Sudayan to join us as well. Welcome here live and in call phone talk. Dana, I would like to hear it from you first. How can you overcome procrastination and can you give us any tips to our dear listener?
As a student, procrastination is one of our major problem, and all of us has been through the same stats and problem, where we struggle how to focus and cramming on deadline. And to overcome procrastination, we have to learn how to set our goals and how to succeed and to be done on time. Setting and balancing time management is one key to overcome procrastination, as well as to find motivation to be more productive to achieve your goals. We should learn how to eliminate distraction on things in order for us to be more focused. And of course, after you achieve and had done a great job on your goals, you also deserve a break and reward for yourself.
That was really great. I also tend to procrastinate sometimes. Maybe I'm a little exhausted in a day and or not feeling to do it and I postpone my task and when I fully recharge, I gotta get up and back to work immediately and eventually I got called as lazy. Like, what?
They really mistook that as laziness. I feel bad about it.
Don't bother about it.
If procrastination isn't about laziness, then what is it about?
Johnny, it's wonderful to add your voice to this conversation. Dana and I have been talking here about procrastination. Would you like to share your experience and how you overcome them?
Procrastination can happen everywhere and to anyone. It's my number one problem when it comes to my studies, house chores, and plans. Sometimes I prevent this by reminding myself my goals and what I have to do. 1 2 3 rule, which is a rule that you count 1 to 3, and when it comes to 3, you get up whenever you want it or not. And doing a little warm up to stay focused. It happens when we thought of something we want to do but we think we can't do it, so we won't do it until the last minute. As a student, I experience this a lot. It disappoints me every time I look back and realize I did nothing at all and I ended up stressed. That's why I would like to avoid this as much as possible and so far not so good. But I'm still working on it and I hope many people will overcome this.
Yeah, it's one of my major problems when I got bombarded with numerous tasks. I feel like I'm losing my motivation and sometimes it messes up my mind when I rest a bit because of the pressure. Like it's very regrettable when you rest a bit, but I cannot blame myself for being exhausted.
I feel the same. Jenny really pointed out right.
Uh-huh.
I want to hear the voice of Althea, Shelby, and James to add your key points to overcome procrastination. To our dear listener, Eo, they can start cleaning up the house.
Overcoming procrastination requires self discipline, time management, and goal setting. One effective strategy is to break tasks into smaller, manageable parts, making them less overwhelming. Creating a schedule or to-do list can help prioritize tasks and provide a sense of accomplishment.
Having good time management skills and staying organized can further support your efforts to overcome procrastination.
As a student, overcoming procrastination is a common challenge that many people face in their personal and professional lives. Procrastination is the act of delaying or postponing tasks, often for reasons such as a lack of motivation, difficulty focusing, or fear of failure. It can have negative consequences on one's productivity, well-being, and overall success. Remember that overcoming procrastination is a personal journey, and what works for one person may not work for another. Experiment with different strategies, be flexible in your approach, and focus on building habits that will promote productivity and well being.
Schools are no strangers to procrastination. Students in high school, college, and beyond are prone to procrastination.
Well, if we look back to the past in a 2020 survey, 12.4% of workers reported struggling with procrastination since COVID-19 pandemic. Moreover, a YouGov survey found that people spent approximately 218 minutes procrastinating daily, which is equivalent to 55 days per year.
Uh-huh.
It's much appreciated for the tips, experience how to overcome procrastination. That is a huge advice we can get from a podcast.
To recall the key points that brought to us by our well-spoken guest, to overcome procrastination are simply self-discipline, time management, goal setting, and most importantly is to make this a routine to be productive every day.
I really like that. They share the experience and struggles about procrastination, and they will follow up by an advice.
Yeah, it's really impressive. So, you've been listening to Self Healing Matters BU podcast, a production of Kian Domain Expansion. It's effective and efficient podcast that help your self-esteem, confidence, control, and regulation. We are here for you. Stay tuned.